welcome to the OC Show. Yes, the Ocean County Show. Many of you know me from the Toms River Show, and as I said to you back then, we were morphing the show, and I wasn't sure if I were going to do Ocean County and Monmouth County, but it's a big lift. So we're going to concentrate on Ocean County. We wanted to get into more than just Toms River. I certainly want to promote Seaside Heights, get into what's going on in Lakewood and all the other towns here in Ocean County. Follow the commissioners of Ocean County because they're spending your money, so you should know what's going on there. So hence the Ocean County Show. Now, the OC, we had it years ago. It was a 3-seat show, pretty much interview. We would interview various Ocean County officials, prosecutors, that sort of thing. So I'm basically going to bring those graphics over. There's the old OC you see behind me there. And again, we're still going to cover Toms River as we always did. For that matter, Toms River is going to dominate the show. It's the big city in the Ocean County, or the big town in Ocean County. You know, we do a lot of programming in Hudson County. Jersey City is the big kahuna in Hudson County and New Jersey. It's the, if they get a good sense, it's probably the largest city in the state. So I really look at Toms River as I do Jersey City. But here we're going to concentrate on Ocean County. Try to, as I always say, inform you, educate you, and entertain you as best I can. And there's a lot going on. So, and we want to promote the businesses there. I think the next segment I want to talk about, I was during the off season there between Toms River and the Ocean County Show. I had to buy a car, so I was running around in Toms River looking at cars to purchase. And I have some mechanic shops down there, and it became an interesting story. You know, my mechanic CNC were knocking down cars. They knew the problems with some of these cars, but the dealers I was dealing with, like Keith at Mike and Sons Towing, and Ken Mike and Sons Auto Sales, and Ken at Ken's Auto Sales, great people. Just that my guys hate cars, my auto people, but their job is to protect me. But we're going to do a whole piece on that. Today what we're going to talk about is, first off, we got to congratulate Daniel Roderick. He's now the mayor of Toms River. We wish Daniel well. He's got a... Well, we'll talk about that when we come back. We're going to talk about what's going on with Mayor Roderick wants to eliminate 2 captain positions and hire 8 EMTs. And it's amazing that you don't have really good ambulance coverage in Toms River, and Dan Roderick is going to try to solve that. We're going to talk about Seaside Heights, in particular the dead zone, and how Seaside Heights is morphing. It's getting away, in my opinion, from the tourism days, where Mayor Vaz is concentrating on family first. And we're going to talk about the Toms River Seaside Heights school merger. All this and more when we come back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. You're watching the OC. Pat O'Meara, you hear all the stuff on the bottom of the screen. Pay attention to that stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, live stream, Vimeo. We archive all our shows on live stream, Vimeo. For that matter, we did a show called Cold Case years ago where we looked at unsolved crimes, basically in Hudson County back then. And we're going to replay one of the first cold case shows we produced because it's the 30th anniversary of a triple murder. And I was looking for the shows. Wasn't in this studio. I'm in the North Bergen studio today. I usually film our Ocean County, Toms River centric, seaside centric shows in Seaside Heights, but I inadvertently, mistakenly deleted all the footage of the first OC. So there is a lost episode, but the footage I deleted. So we're shooting the OC show here. But I was looking at it. It wasn't in the North Bergen when I was looking for the cold cases. They did a story in the Jersey Journal on the 30-year-old case, and they mentioned the cold case show. So I found it on our Vimeo. And, we archive all our shows on Vimeo. And there's a lot of other things on Vimeo, so the app is free to use. Getting back to Mayor Roderick. Mayor Roderick is proposing to eliminate 2 captains' positions and use those funds to hire 8 EMTs. Now, there's a lot of controversy. There's protests. There's people talking about doing a recall petition to get this on a referendum. Roderick is right. Losing the 2 captains isn't going to turn. It's not like defunding the police here. He's trying to reallocate his monies, and he knows he needs EMTs. You can't have response times by an ambulance of like 30 minutes. It's insane that this was going on. We do a lot. We produce a medical television show, Hudson Health. If you go to our YouTube or our Vimeo, you'll see Hudson Health. I've been dealing with the Jersey City Medical Center for years and years. They try to get, when there's an ambulance call, the Jersey City Medical Center is trying to get there within 4 or 5 minutes, not 30 minutes. People, there are golden minutes when somebody's having a heart attack. 30 minutes, you're dead. That ambulance has to be there in 4 or 5 minutes. You can't. I was surprised when I heard the response time. And there was some volunteer EMT operations that closed up because of lack of funds. Now, what Roderick should do, Mayor Roderick, if he can, is reach out for those EMTs, but I guarantee you they've been hired by other ambulance operations or community hospital. But Roderick is right. Maybe what Roderick wants to do is look at the command structure altogether of the public safety of Toms River. In Jersey City, Mayor Fulop, when he became mayor, he started, which is the homeland for people in Toms River. Everybody from Toms River, there's a connection to Jersey City, and I don't need 6 degrees of separation. I can usually find that connection within 2 or 3 degrees. He started public safety, where he put the police, fire, parking enforcement, all crossing guards, all under one roof. And that has worked out. There's been some bumps in the road, but it's worked out for the most part. That may be something Roderick wants to look at. He needs to get a handle on expenses. You don't want Roderick raising your taxes. So he needs to reallocate the money. Losing the 2 captains' position is not going to cause the whole police department to collapse. They can get by without the 2. They're not even being fired or laid off. They're retiring. They're just not going to refill those positions. He will allocate the monies wisely to hire EMTs. It may be wise if Roderick got in touch with all the medical concerns in Toms River. Route 37 is the medical highway. You got a great hospital, community hospital there in RWJ. They got a new hospital, Children's Hospital, down by Catherine Road that's about to open. And in between community and that Children's Hospital is a ton of medical organization. Roderick can probably put an ad hoc committee together and bring in all the best talent he could to develop a real good ambulance response team, but maybe getting some funding for it. But right now, what Roderick is doing, he's doing the right thing. He's trying to figure out how to get the most bang for his bucks and protect the people of Toms River. You put 8 EMTs, you're going to save lives. Again, I'm not dismissing losing the captains, but you got lieutenants, you got sergeants, you got a lot of personnel there. They can overcome that. And some people are complaining that they lost their job with the new administration came in. When you live by the political sword, you will eventually die by the political sword. If your position is political, you are hired by politicians, you serve at the pleasure of the mayor, there's a good shot you don't buy, you rent. Because administrations change. There are very few administrations where it's the same mayor for 20, 30 years. You have very few of them. North Bergen, you have Mayor Nick Sacco, who's been the mayor of North Bergen for 30 plus. Union City, I think Brian Stack's been the mayor there for 25 years. Richie Turner and Wee Hawkins been there a good 20 some odd years, but mostly mayors do 2 terms and they're gone. And if you're part of that mayor's team, unless one of the team moved up and became mayor, chances are you're being let go. Again, and I know there's controversy, there's people protesting, and there was a terrible live streaming of a council meeting because they knew there were going to be more people than the council chambers can handle. One of the mistakes Roderick did is he didn't go for the best possible people to do the stream. And now he's not going to do any streams. That's probably a dramatic response. Get good people. I know a person that does a lot of live shows. That would be me. But whatever Roderick needs to do, you should be able to do live streaming of the council meetings if needed. But for the most part, I agree with doing them live and having the people there. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the OC. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712. We're back. Pat O'Meara here at OC. It's like the second OC, even though we didn't do a second one because we deleted the first one. Seaside Heights dead zone. There are some unintended problems from Mayor Boz. Tony Boz, the mayor of Seaside Heights, when he became the mayor, he was pushing to make Seaside Heights a 12-month-a-year community. Right now, it's a community that the lights go on in the houses in May, and they're on till Columbus Day, and then the lights go off. You go down to Seaside Heights during the winter and look around. There are no lights on. Everything is dark. There's nobody there. You know, there's a population, I think, of 1,400 people or 1,600 people in Seaside Heights during the off-season, and it goes up to anywhere from 60 to 80,000 during the season. And when there's no ocean, no beach, no boardwalk going on, there's no people there. Mayor Boz wants to change that. There was a time that there was a 12-month-a-year community there, but that changed. Seaside Heights went all in on tourism, and it's been successful for them. But Mayor Boz seen, like the Jersey Shore days and, problems on the boardwalk. He wants to balance that tourism with family. But there are some problems to that. One of the first things Mayor Boz did went after bad actor short-term rentals, motels, some of the boarding houses. They're gone. Many of the motels are gone. Still waiting to be built on. Some have already started building townhouses or huge one-family homes that all look the same. They have one blueprint. And then we have the dead zone. What is the dead zone, Pat? Well, if you remember the steel skeleton, that is down. This is a vacant lot. Karma, that is now down. It's a vacant lot. Bamboo is down. It's a vacant lot. The Merge is down. It's a vacant lot. Bob Bennett, rest his soul, he passed away last year in 2023. His ice cream parlor and mini golf course is closed now. That will soon be a vacant lot. It's going to be redeveloped. That is smack dab in the middle of the boulevard, the dead zone. Not a lot of property taxes coming from there. But what's happening when we lose all the short-term rentals, motels, where you can come down for a night or open a weekend stay, and you can get a room for $85 a night. You're not getting a room in these huge one-family homes for $85 a night. Also, when we lost the motels, we lose the parking. A lot of the development in Seaside Heights, the push for 12 months a year, family friendly, are being built on parking lots. So not only do we have no short-term, but I shouldn't say no, there are a huge shortage of affordable short-term rentals, overnight, weekends at the motels. We have a shortage of parking now because we lost a lot of parking lots, and more will be built upon. So these are the unattended, but what's happening, unattended problems that that Seaside Heights is having. The proposals for these vacant pieces of land looks like they came from Jersey City. Now, Seaside Heights is a shore community. It has that seashore feel to it. We're getting away from that. And I'm concerned, my kids have property there, so I'm concerned with the successfulness of their property, their investment. I question in 5 years, will Seaside Heights still be a tourism stop? Because again, we don't have any short-term rentals anymore where we have a problem with parking, and if you're going to rent one of those one-family homes, you're not doing that for $85. There is a shift going on in Seaside Heights. Maybe it's for the better. But as we get away from the tourism dollars, there's a problem. Now, what Seaside Heights needs to do, it needs to pull back on the reins a bit here and not forget it is tourism that pays the bills in Seaside Heights. It is tourism that puts Seaside Heights on the map. You could easily see it's a lot of seaside, seaside. You can easily see Seaside Heights morphing into a seaside park that has a lot of condominiums, a lot of residential units there. They begrudgingly have a boardwalk. Actually, for a while there, they wanted to build on the beach condominiums. They wanted to get out of the boardwalk business, but I think the state stepped in and said, "No, you're on the shore. You got to do this." Seaside Heights is quickly approaching becoming Seaside Park. So I'll be covering this now with the OC as we'll watch and see how Seaside Heights starts to pivot. And I agree with Mayor Vaz. There was a lot of trouble. There was problems on the boardwalk. There were fights, drunken situations. You had a lot of bad actors running motels. He has gotten away from that. He's eliminated the possible avenues where that can happen. These young people coming down, they're not going to pay, $300-400 a night unless there's a bunch of them. And also, Mayor Vaz has restrictions on that. We have prom restrictions in Seaside Heights now from April into June. So the chances of having all these young individuals there renting a unit and having like 20 people there at a time, that's not going to happen now. And unless Mayor Vaz will crack down with the police, and of course Tommy Boyd is probably one of the best cops in the state of New Jersey, a true cop's cop. But we're running into a problem when we start getting away to what made Seaside Heights, and that's tourism. Somehow, Mayor Vaz has got to find that balance between tourism and that 12-month a year. But I appreciate it, because when the season's over in Seaside Heights, the season is over. And there's very few things you can actually do in Seaside Heights. So I agree with what Mayor Vaz is doing there, but it's just I think we need more planning and more recruitment of various businesses. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the OC. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians. A partnership with Rutgers Health. The latest technology and medical advancements and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, Pat O'Melia, OC Show. And we're back in Seaside Heights in Toms River with the next. Here's something that flies in the face of what Mayor Boz is trying to accomplish in Seaside Heights. There's a referendum soon to come out merging the Toms River School District and the Seaside Heights School District. It's not just a merger. What'll happen here, if the referendum is on what side of the referendum you're on, if it's successful for the merger, and you know what? I agree with the merger of the school districts and the consolidation of school districts. We have more school districts than we have municipalities in New Jersey, and they all have expenses and salaries and superintendents and the boards, and you're paying for that with your taxes. So the more you consolidate, the better off it is in the long run. But the difference here in this merger between the Toms River and Seaside Heights school districts is a school closes. I don't know of any community that is closing schools. Now, the rumor has it, if Boyd Elementary School in Seaside Heights closes, it'll become the new police department. I'm not begrudging the police new digs, but it doesn't have to be there. If Seaside Heights can come up with money to build a carousel house, they can come up with money to build a new police station. Maybe go to the American Legion Hall. The only thing that's functioning in there is the bar. Everything else still looks like Sandy came through as it did and pretty much demolished the interior of that building. I was there many years ago looking at that. No community is closing schools. And if this merger is successful, that's what will happen. So we don't need to close the school. And again, what Mayor Tony Boz is trying to do is a 12-month-a-year community, a family-friendly community. That ain't going to happen if you got no schools. That's good English. I should go to school. So and Dan Roderick, Mayor Roderick, is also against this merger of the districts. I think his attitude is we lose the school. You don't want to lose a school. And two, even busing these kids from Seaside Heights, I think it's something like 400 kids, there are days you can't get out of Seaside Heights because we have the wonderful flooding from the Barnegat Bay that comes up through the sewers, and then you can't get over the bridge to get over to the Mathis Tunney Bridge. There are times that is iced up. There are some problems in Seaside Heights, and those flooding issues have to be addressed. You know, when Sandy hit Seaside Heights, it wasn't the ocean that did Seaside Heights in. It was the Barnegat Bay. And to this day, if you got the perfect situation where you got a full moon, you got a rainstorm, you got a high tide, you got flooding in Seaside Heights. Depending on when high tide is, you may not be getting kids out of there. We need to keep the school. I agree with the merging of the districts, just again to cut expenses. You don't need all this personnel from all these districts, but it needs to go further than that. Actually, in my opinion, we should have one school district for each county. Be amazed how much money we can save on salaries. Now, you got to look at how the schools are set up. You got school superintendents. They're the cap on those salaries in those districts. But there's no cap on the assistant deputy superintendents. You have one superintendent, and you got every district has like 10 other deputy superintendents. There is a tremendous amount of redundancy that could be eliminated if we just start consolidating the school districts. But again, with a little more foresight and a little more understanding. Any merger that is going to close the school is not the merger we're looking for. Merger, yes. Build more schools, open schools. Yes, maybe you have later hours. There are some schools talking about extending into night where you can have students basically be going to night school. There's talk of that. in Jersey City, we're the homeland for people in Tom's River and most of Ocean County. We're doing all we can to develop schoolrooms and school space. There are trailers in the schoolyards now. They're doing it where Mayor Fulop is enticing developers to build schools when they're building high rises. And that's working. So he's doing all he can because the state it's an Abbott district, so the state builds the schools in Jersey City. These are things that we may want to look at in Ocean County. You may want to look in Tom's River with this merger. I know Mayor Roderick has an issue with development, and I don't think I disagree with his issue. He wants, and the residents of Tom's River want to stay a township. They don't want to become a city. I can understand that. I come from Jersey City. I've seen the development over the last 20 years there. I've seen how it drove the pricing, and it made, Jersey City is, depending on what survey, it may be the highest price rent in the nation. And I think Jersey City and Hoboken and some of these surveys go 1 and 2. That's one of the things Roderick is trying to stay away from, but he just can't blatantly be anti-development. It's got to be smart development. Maybe you don't want the high rises, but you need development, and you need to entice developers maybe to help with building more school space, or at least school amenities, maybe tracks, baseball fields, that sort of thing. But getting back to this merger, there's no way in hell the merger happens that we close the school and the school is converted into a police station. That's just dumb. We need all the school space we can get, and you might as well keep the kids who are in Seaside Heights going to Seaside Heights. You can have the same school district in Tom's River and Seaside, but we keep the school. All right, we're out of time. Thank you for watching. This is the first OC. We'll be doing these 2 or 3 of these a month. If you have any ideas, you got any stories, you have some issues where we can help with, we're pretty good with municipal and county issues and consumer issues. For that matter, I got to get in a consumer issue with a Ford dealer in Ocean County. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.